I bought a PC optimizer and it changed everything. They said that they were going to 10 times my FPS, and for the price of $8, man, this cannot be true. That's literally the cost of that one Fortnite skin that you never use. So today we're gonna find out if it's gonna boost our FPS by 10 times or drop our FPS by 10 times. I just downloaded the file and I sure hope there's not a virus. What the flip? Oh my goodness, I have to extract more files. And low-key, I forgot to make a system restore point, so I'm just gonna do that before I move on. And I also want to just clarify that this is not a sponsored video. I'm simply just testing out the software, but if you like the final results, you can definitely check in the description for some affiliate links. And basically, if I run into any issues, I can just restore my PC. The process is really simple though. You just click on each one of those files and it changes a couple values in your registry editor. Not entirely sure what they do because I don't really care. I just want more FPS. And then they give me this software to unpark my CPU, which I've already done plenty of times in the past. And then it tells me to restart my PC, but I can't. But I was spamming my Windows key and nothing would happen. Like it just did not work. The software also claims to help with input delay, so we put this input delay registry file in there. And then we do some mouse optimizations and controller optimizations in case I wanted to play something like Elden Ring. And then it clears up my SSD in one click, so that's actually pretty useful. A couple more simple drag and drop optimizations. And then halfway through optimizing my PC, I just get hacked. Please leave me alone, please. Oh my goodness gracious. Log files. I don't know what a log file is, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I realized that I've never done any of these optimizations before, so I was like, wait, I might actually get a boost in FPS. This is a lot. What if it just starts deleting like my passwords and stuff? I'm just gonna lose all of my accounts. That would suck. Look at all these log files. The process cannot access the file because it is being used by another process. Yeah, because I'm recording right now. What the hell was that? It was like a jump scare. Man, what the heck is geek.exe? I'm just gonna get geeked up in the middle of optimizing my PC. It's just a convenient way to get rid of... What? It's just a convenient way to get rid of bloatware. I just found out I skipped this whole intro section. Might as well read it now, I guess. We are QUO Boost, the #1 in PC optimization. According to who? We are dedicated to helping you with bad and low FPS on your computer. Our goal is to multiply your FPS by ×10. What the skibbity? So we just did our first section right there. Let's extract part 2. Alright, so reduce processes to see how much RAM you have. But yeah, I have 16 gigs of RAM, so I don't know why I'm on OneDrive. Everything just disappeared. That was weird. Let's go back. Where did QUO pack 2? But what? It just... Everything just disappeared. Boom, that's good. And then I have 16 gigs of RAM. So I was starting to get bored out of my mind. You guys are probably getting bored of just seeing me click things. There's finally a video tutorial.
You get your both of you jobs, just click on that.
If there's one thing I could say about that video is that I couldn't understand a thing he said. You should have hired me, or even hire the strippers. I don't even like that guy. For the Holy guacamole, the strippers jump scare. I did not expect this. Okay, I think they just yoinked this from a random Le Stripes video. Why are you smiling at me like that? He looks like he would ask me,
do you got games on your phone?
He low-key got a decent smile though, no cap, no cap. I already had What? I already had ISLC settings. What? I already had my ISLC settings, so I didn't need to change anything, so that's cool. What is this music? Just a random YouTube video, that's fire. Then I copied every single thing he did in Quick CPU. I used to use this on my old computer. I'm glad to see that there's a mix of original videos and just random stolen videos from YouTube, because that's actually pretty entertaining. And it's basically just disabling all the startup apps, which we've done a billion times. It's been in every single optimization YouTube video. So activate fast startup, which I don't really need, to be honest. So I spent about 2 minutes dragging and dropping everything. It's just a bunch of nerdy bull. This Chris Titus script has been passed around more than your English teacher. Optimizer, we've already used this like a billion times before. So we did the basic switching things on and off, pretty boring. Honestly, the best part about Optimizer is that it's really easy to disable Windows updates, because that's where you're gonna get all of your stutters and low FPS. That's the #1 culprit for some reason. Some more regedit stuff. Administrator. Now we can choose between different values for system responsiveness. So I'm gonna first test with the 0 delay option. There's one that we can get more FPS on. So this is like full FPS, not caring about input delay at all. And that's gonna be really important in game, because in game is where my FPS really suffers. I know we've only done half of the optimization so far, but I do want to see how my FPS changed. So this is halfway through using the 0 delay option, and we still peaked at 440 FPS for a second. So that was pretty good. But enough of 0 delay. Let's try try the FPS boost one. So I restarted my laptop with the FPS focus value, and for some reason it's actually getting lower FPS than the zero delay one. So I think I'm just gonna stick with the previous option. So on a more GPU intensive game like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, we're getting 99 FPS without the optimizations. I got 100 FPS with the optimization. So it's only a 1 FPS difference, but it's very consistent because I did this benchmark 3 times. It also didn't matter whether or not we picked the zero delay or the FPS boost regedit values. No matter what, we were still getting 100 FPS. So continuing on with the second half of this pack, we're gonna stick with the zero delay option because that was giving us the best results for both input delay as well as just raw FPS. So now we're extracting part 3 of the pack, and for some reason it closes my entire file explorer. I don't know why it does that, but something might be wrong with the software. I have no idea. Then there's a video that kind of teaches you how to change your visual settings, and I like the ones that I have right now, so I'm just gonna stick with that. Unfortunately, a lot of these settings and a lot of these optimizations only apply to Windows 10, but in the future they said that they were gonna add more things for Windows 11, so that'll be cool to see. So then we turn off hardware acceleration on everything, Opera GX, Discord, and Spotify, and there's a DNS tester in here, which is great. It actually figured out that the Google DNS is the second best for me. I've been using that as my main one actually. But yeah, it's gonna save me a couple milliseconds of input delay, and then we're gonna use TCP optimizer, and then the usual drag and drop batch files and command lines. And it's actually pretty useful because it downloads the newest versions of DirectX, Microsoft Visual C++, and more. And you also get MSI mode pre-installed. And I just put my GPU and my Ethernet on high priority. Not the biggest improvement, managed to boost our FPS by 54. You can buy the optimization pack from the link in the description and use my code in the item shop.